Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Nevermorians! I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Bam! Now, Never Mind the Furthermore is brought to you each and every episode by our good friends over at IndieCD.org. Yes, the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, musicians, creatives of all type, of all stature. Look, if you have a dream you want to make happen, you need collaborators. You go. If you want to have a place where you don't have to worry about getting online and having some billionaire losing his mind or some bot telling you, oh, this is inappropriate. You want respect, you want comfort, you want safety, and you want a community of amazing creators. Well then, friends, the best thing you can do is reach out to IndieCD.org. Now, yes, it is a one-time fee of $40, but that one-time fee keeps you from having ads and shenanigans. And I will tell you, there are very few people in this world I trust. I'll be honest. I was raised under the family axiom of TNO, and I tell you what that stands for, but I don't trust you enough. So, when I say I trust Joe Bachman, both not to sell my information, not to do anything shady, and to do his level best to keep everything afloat and serviceable for the good people on that show, go for it. And I will not tell you to go to Joe Bachman's first podcast. I will not tell you that it would be his podcast one. So in all caps, I'm not telling you that because there is a rumor, a secret, that might get you half off, taking your $40 and making it only a $20 fee. Just like I'm not saying, use this little end piece on IndieCD.org, that !SLD equals N Tockert, to make sure that Joe knows I've referred you, because I might get a little sweet piece of the pie. And honestly, running an event tomorrow, I'm going to need it. So, now, this is the part. Thank you. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of delay with our banners and bringing the comments up. We can work with that if I know going into it. The thing is, normally I'd be going right through this big block. Right, this here, and I'd be whipping through, and I'd be telling you that Hates and Hellfire is it even going to come out? I might need to get a larger one of these. Is one of the most amazing books I've ever written. It's gotten great reception. My formerly striking beta readers who told me, don't show us anymore until it's done. I'm getting messages from at least 50% of them saying, you can send me some early stuff. I don't mind. I'm sorry. I'd like to read some of that for the sequel. So I can tell you flat out, it's a good book. And I don't know if you can hear her. She's yelling, preview, preview, preview. Yes, because, she's an absolute goddess. But I don't know if I hear from the other half. We'll see. I'll need a consensus after, the pitchforks and torches last time. I'm surrounded by windmills. Okay? Bad things happen to quirky individuals when pitchforks, torches, and windmills come together. So, normally I'd plug all that. I'd talk about Big Stompy Robots being the best starter game if you love mechanized combat. Sure. And I tell you, the Simple Sword is the way to go from having never held a sword to understanding the basics, as well as the addendums, the Fighting Axe and the Simple Spear. I tell you that there is another book planned in the near future, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to remind you is that tomorrow is Indie Creator Con in Fowler, Indiana. And I have gone to the point, guys, of when I make a gradient, you know it's important. So, free admission to the public. Well, let me put that this way again. Free admission to the public, because I want the money flowing to the vendors. Now, assuming everybody pays their table fees, I will have most of the event fee covered. If I break even for this convention, I will consider it a minor miracle. But it's the first year, and it's important that you guys get to come out and see this. And to the folks who are going to be in attendance, it's going to be great. We've got Brian K. Morris. We've got Carl Witzman. We've got their mutual spouses, so that the lovely Donna Carlene will be in hugging range, as well will the lovely Cookie, because we are still trying to help Brian K. Morris bring Cookie home. I've never stopped that mission. The wonderful and talented Alex Creations will be there, as well as Joe Bachman of IndieCD.org and the Burning Is Love fame, and Behind the Code, for those of you who follow, and you should, and his lovely wife, Perlena. We have some great folks. We also have confirmed Luke Stone and Kitty Della Sombra from Shadows in the Attic. So the hybrid stuff will be there. The I think she's bringing Dead Mike. If she brings Dead Mike, there will be... Yes? Oh, okay. Sorry. Dead Mike makes really neat armor. So this is going to be an event to get things started. It is an opportunity that I am excited to have. And I might be strung out just a little bit trying to piece it together. But let's get into some things. First and foremost, I do need to give you my accountability. Shockingly, it is a little lower because I'm prepping for the con, but let me see. I think I only got a few hundred words written last night because I'm actually choosing to sleep. But you guys know, and yes, I have junk on my stain on my shirt. Dang it. Anyway, I have to look this up. Here we go. We are at 18,832 words, which is not bad. I have things to do today, including possibly a doctor visit, so I may be able to knock in some words to offset what's going to happen tomorrow. Um, it's going to be an intense bit of time. So, for your uplift this fabulous happy Friday, you know, guys, it's kind of the Muppet Show thing. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to light the lights. It's time to get things started on the independent creator directory tonight. Bum 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 bum. I shouldn't do too much because I do not want to invoke the wrath of the mouse. I mean, I don't have to worry about Steamboat Willie coming after me. I can say Steamboat Willie as many times as I want with no fear. But the House of Mouse is still roiling from those wounds, so best not to poke any property they have their claws into. Now, it's convention time, folks. I'm going to be doing one, which means I will be turning Nickdom to 11 at least. And no, I'm not going to make 10 bigger. I'm going to go up to 11. It's important. These are the lessons that Spinal Tap taught me. But what are you doing? What are you guys doing? I'm going to ask you that you're scared to do. Because you only get growth. I'm going to be real with you. Growth always comes with fear. It always comes with pain. Change is made possible by the viscosity of tears. And it is not easy. But it's worth it. So I'm asking you right now as you sit on your bed or at your table or probably on the pot, because that's what cell phones are for. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, what are you planning to do that will scare you? They say do something that scares you every day. At least do one thing that scares you. It keeps you alive. It keeps you vital. And I'm not saying be stupid. I'm not saying go, roll around with rattlesnakes or something. But talking to a stranger nicely, trying a new food, listening to new genre of music, reading a new book, buying a new book, possibly from me on Amazon, or from the many people I will be promoting today. Any and all these things are valid. Okay? Do something that scares you. Now, my incredibly wonderful, talented, and beautiful wife, and I put her first because she's done a whole lot of legwork and she put the money down using her influence of the metropolitan town of Fowler to help secure us the site. It's going to be a big deal, at least for me. And I can't guarantee anything other than I'm building it to the best of my ability. We've been promoting it. We've reached out to newspapers and TV stations and radio stations. We've done everything we can to get that on the board. So hopefully people are going to find out about it, and hopefully they have found out about it, and they're going to be there. I'm working on the if you build it, they will come. The problem is it's a double layer, because if you build it, they will come applies to the vendors. It applies to the people who are coming. It applies to a lot of folks. It even applies to us. So we have to make this happen. And it is wonderful and it is terrible at the same time. But when you do something that scares you, it is freeing because you're going to come out the other side. And I'm either going to win or I'm going to learn a whole lot. So I'm not going to lose in this. And neither should you. Plus, I get to see some great people in close proximity for long periods of time. This is good. The fact I get to game a bit is also good. I'm going to just have a great booth. I'm going to have my friends with great booths. We've got a floor plan mostly laid out. And fortunately, we will be able to go in tonight and start our setup. So hopefully we'll go in this evening and set up tables and such. And then we're going to go. It's going to be awesome. I will try to do the Historical Fencing Guild. I probably should cancel it. In fact, you know what? No. I'll check with Mandy. By the end of this episode, I'll have it cleared whether I have to cancel that or not, because I didn't think we'd get in early. But we will see. There is a lot coming down the pipe. It is going to be an exciting time. So I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow I get to talk about it. And tomorrow I get to see you. And if all goes well, somebody, if not me, will stream at least a little bit from the Independent Creator Convention. It's a really good thing to be. It's great to be at the start of things again. And this is not my first rodeo. I probably should mention I have helped run much larger conventions like ArcticCon for better part of a decade. I stepped back after Benjamin's death because, well, you lose somebody that close to you, you kind of got to step back a bit. But I still, in 50 days, I'll be at RegionCon. 51. So I have major events coming, bam, bam, bam. For me, that's fast. But we're getting through it. I have 50 days to get the next set of projects done and in my hot little hands. Exciting. So while I look forward and I work to get through what's coming tomorrow, you guys are looking forward and getting through my comments. So what I'm going to do is give you access to the site that I'm promoting largely from this convention. One of the big reasons I want it is just about everybody is there or in the process of getting there, being Indie CD. I want to hear what Joe has to say about it. Then we'll get to your comments, because your comments are always more interesting than whatever I'm blabbering about. And with that, we're going to hop right back into the chat, because the chat is where it's at. Ooh, there goes my ears. The weather changes are kind of making some things a little colorful. Let me see. All righty. And first through the door is Bladed Thesis at 8:19. Captain Dyslexia strikes again. He says, I'm first. Yes, sir, you are. And Alex says, hey, a thesis. And Foxy says third. Oh, well. And says, guess what tomorrow is? Alex is inserting Nick promoting the con the day before. Of course I'm promoting the con the day before. It's right here. We're going to Benton County. Y'all are definitely showing up there. There's the address. Write it down. Throw it in Google. Hop it, pop it, and drop it, friends. Because this is going to be the convention of the year. It's going to be a convention this year. Alex says, that's okay. We're just glad you're here. And, Nick, yes. Oh, Captain, my Captain. I have a surprise for you tomorrow. Oh, and I don't know if Amanda told you, but I got something for Xander as well. Talked to her to make sure it was an okay texture thing. Oh, that sounds wonderful, Alec. She tells me nothing when it's a surprise for me. So you've told me more about whatever this may or may not be than this may or may not being has told me. I may have been excited and half blown out my voice again. But that's okay. And let's see, we're just going to hide this because you guys want to see my sparkling face. I don't know why, but. And we're going to go and back into the comments. And morning, Alec. And we got greetings. And here comes the dawn. Shooby dooby. Dawn has risen above us all, and I get to see her tomorrow, too. I get to see Thesis's stuff tomorrow, but I get to see Dawn tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. Good morning, Dawn. Hey there, Thesis. And the amazing, the talented Dan Hollifield. Morning, time for me to make coffee. I don't know how you can go from last man standing to this that elegantly, sir. Yeah, I am amazed. Ditto, Dan. Hey, Dan. Hey, everyone. And Foxy's back. I had to make breakfast drinks. Ooh. What kind of breakfast drinks are you having? Are they like the shaky kinds? Or something else, like coffee-ish? I'm curious. Carefully crafted Bloody Marys. I just kind of flashed to Archer going, what is it? Bloody Mary, blessed amongst cocktails. Help me in this hour. Yeah. Nah, Carnation Instant Breakfast. Hey, it gets stuff done. Oh, doctor recommended it to Thesis after his hip, and we never stopped. Oh, cool. I bet it's got some really high calcium and stuff in it, so I can see that. And good morning, folks. Good morning, Carl. Yes, can't wait to see you tomorrow as well, Carl. Whoo. And morning, Carl. And, I used to have those back when they were new. Mom thought they'd be good for us. Didn't hurt anyway. It's me version of multivitamin. Needy Calvin has me trapped. Your kitty overlord wants attention. And morning, Carl, from Thesis. Hard to type, though. Ha! Good morning, everyone. And our furry pupper overlord woke us up earlier than... Because they know it's Friday. It's a day to get stuff done. It's a day to get hyped, to get powered, to get moving forward, to challenge the weekend with both arms raised in a defensive position. Let's go. Hey, Foxy, Dan, Thesis, and Witzman dude. And morning, Trelena. Hi. Now, since you are here, Trey, I just have to check. I do need to find out if you want me to open up the file and send you the link to get previews of Haints and Hellfire 2, or if you want to stay behind the wall of not till the first draft is done. Let me know. Because I could just send the link to Mandy and she could be tentatively reading what's been done. But I don't know. I want to be fair to y'all. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Because I know I'm getting Trelena hugs. That's like a necessity. Morning, Don and Trey. Hey, Trey. How are you doing? And wait, that's Donna. Did I say hey to Donna? No, because Donna said, hey, Foxy, Dan, Thesis, and Witzman dude. And it got skipped. Alrighty. Hey, Donna. You sound like you were having a real good time on Dan's show last night, so I hope that continues right into tomorrow. And Dawn says, I'm getting the rest of my crud together, so I may be in listening mode. It's okay. I expect my evening to be utterly and totally insane because I have doctor's appointments, shopping to do, and then I get to go set up and then come back and go, okay, what's not there? Like that. And then when I'm in a panic and freaked out, I will play Minecraft till I calm down and then crash, sleeping, militantly to get up much earlier than I usually intend to get out there and make sure everything's set up still ahead for you, lovely people. Morning, everyone. I'm working on things, so I'll be off and on. And hey, Don and Trey. Hey, we got greetings. We are taking my cousin out to teach her the Muncie game. After that, we are loading the van for tomorrow. Sounds like a great plan. And Sarah, my beloved Sarah, we were talking about you. You got mentioned on Stupid O'Clock, I think. It was all complimentary, dear. But always good to see you in the morning. And we got, hey, Sarah. Hey there, TGIF. There's Sarah. Flips his like on the video before she notices. Yeah, you better make sure your likes are in because Sarah is in the house. And yes, I need that reference post to draw you as a drow matron wielding a multi-headed whip. Do you want the actual scourge flail nastiness, or do you want like the snake-headed whip? I do need to know that detail, Sarah, because that's on my to-do. Everyone's happy to see Sarah, and we have a comment dump, so give me just a moment. Just one moment. That's all it takes. Yeah. And hey, Sarah. Hi, all. Better slip that like in. That's right. Smooth. Slip it in smooth, baby. Go easy. Oh, first time Marinebrium writer has sent me a story after reading my MI Starter Kit webpage and several of the stories. Excellent. That is the name of Dan Hallfield's incredible multi-dimensional bar. If you were a fan of Callahan's Place or Callahan's Lady, yes, Callahan's Cross Time Saloon. Dan Hallfield has a similar establishment. I can say nothing because those who've been to the White Raven never forget it. And I truly, if heaven is custom made, I'll probably wake up in that tavern and be handed a very specific potion bottle. And yep, I was on the phone, then I rushed off so I could hop in. Excellent. Great, Dan. Lamau, Nick's a mime right now. Oh, no. I'm not muted. I could just see that, Sarah. You have to go now. Bye. I've got stuff to do online. Lamau, oh my God, it's commercials are even here. Hilarious on mute. I'm not muted. That's weird. I am not muted. Let me check my settings. Test. No, I'm not muted. So I don't know what's going on, Sarah. It's on your end. Hobo uses Nick's intro as cuddle time. Yep, that's exactly how it went. And good morning, Luke. I get to see Luke for the first time. For the first time in forever. No, ever at the Independent Creator Directory Convention. So, yeah. I said, I'm hopping in the chat right now. Bye and go to sleep. They work second shift, LOL. Oh, wow. Hey, Luke, howdy, y'all. Been a minute. Yeah, it's good to see him. Dan's accountability March affiliate is almost finished and ready to upload. All the short stories for April have been downloaded and editing has begun. April cover art is under construction. Jeez, man. You're making me look bad. You unveiled doing all that stuff. And I have to say I only put in a few hundred words. Jeez. Okay, and I'm setting up for a convention, but still. Accountability, working on video using the lovely track Dan made me. Typing with a bruised thumb is interesting, but making it work. How did you bruise your thumb, sir? And Cindy, 5 minutes of mute. Can we insert our own commentary back and forth? Hey, Cindy. And we predict what's going. I used to do that with my friends. Mute and then ad lib. We used to do that all the time. But I'm. One second. Hey, babe. Turn on my stream and see if you can hear me through it. Because Sarah's convinced that I was muted for the first 5 minutes. And totally not feeling it. Okay, so Sarah, let me see. 1 second. I need something big. Here we go. Sarah, I'm not muted. Okay, cool. It is weird because I can slightly hear myself echoing from the living room, but it's still running okay. So as long as she keeps the volume down, she could probably watch all of this. Amanda and I need picket signs that say preview. Okay, I will open up the secret, the thing to you guys. Jiminy crickets. Alrighty then. Hey yo, that sucks, Cindy. Sorry that happened like that. Maybe it's me, the reason that there's no sound since no one else is mentioning it. Refreshing! Okay, I've got sound. Yeah, it's disappointing that, but I shall say no more because saying more would generate heat, not light. Did I miss a chunk? Okay. Oh, Mosaic campaign was, but on the upside, fulfillment will be really easy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that one didn't work out for you. Maybe you can try it on a different campaign site. Okay. And yeah, sound works for me too. Okay, sound works for me. Didn't start when he did. Weird. I refreshed and I don't. Okay, I'm going to go in and look at my volume panel. I had to refresh, but my YouTube's been really glitchy today. Yes, there was a major update that caused some kind of cascade failure yesterday, and there are still some ripples of things not working quite right. I noticed my net was a little dodgy. You need to, of course, you do, of course, need some big stompy robots making eyes to the sky while wielding small arms. Disregard. YouTube was on mute on my head. Facebook. Oh, Sarah. Well, I hope you got to hear that I still need that reference picture of you so that I can turn you into a drow matron. Have you gotten terrors yet? You need to. Amazon.com/store/Brian K. Morris. It was still funny to think if it were on mute. Anyway, nobody saw that, right? Nope, didn't see anything. Moving along. Help for all caregivers, Victoria Adams. That's very good. Spectacular Blade, very good. The Mouse Owns Muppets. Yeah. The mouse bought out Henson Studios a while ago. Yeah, they kind of own everybody if they get a chance. What doesn't it own, Cindy? The list might be shorter. If you really want an eerie list, start with a company called BlackRock and see what they own. It's a rabbit hole, for real. DeviantArt.com/Nick T for all the Nick art you need. Absolutely. And I will be doing another book update there fairly soon. I would be doing it today or tomorrow, but I'm in prep, and then tomorrow is the convention. So given all the stuff I'll probably have to scan or photograph from the convention to put up, it's going to be a good one. And check out Royal Cruise's artwork at royalcruise.art. Scare me, drive, and represent. And Amanda is amazing. Did you hear that? Okay, I'm pretty sure they can hear you. Tune into the Nevermind the Furthermore today at 9 a.m., which is the link to this. Agreed, Trey. We love Amanda, says Alec. Check out the Hysterical Fencing Guild tonight at 7. And scare myself? I'm pretty sure something will come up. Yeah, well, not that kind of scare. I've been promoting the con on my end as well. Hopefully a decent amount of people I know are coming. That's what I'm hoping. I want this to be a success for everybody there. Get into the madness, youtube.com/@PopSentant. And no warning. Okay, Camouflage 61821 is my man, Brian K. Morris. And his show has no warning, but it usually happens on Mondays at 9 a.m. When you're going through hell, keep on going, Ducky, NCIS. It's also a very good country song. Cindy, there's a typo in the HFG description. Granted, it's a funny typo. Oh, no, that's a special. And we're joined by Chris Walker, who I will also get to meet tomorrow, as he will be representing HalloCon to try to sell badges for it ahead of time, which is wonderful. I am truly excited to be an adjunct to help HalloCon. It's just the scheduling of that event always runs painfully close to now 2 major events in my life, being my wedding anniversary and LodgeCon. And LodgeCon asked me first. That is a funny one, and it can be at times. It's true. I scare myself every time I get on StreamYard, whether it's for the Tea House, youtube.com/bladedthesis. Hey, he's learning. #always promote. Or LMS. But I get on and do my thing. Exactly. And you're getting better at it. And at Trelena, is it a typo or am I being weird again? We'll never know. Trelena laughs at that. And we are about due for a commercial. And I've said Trelena about 5 times. So I'm going to run her ad and a couple others throughout. But we're going to start with hers. I totally wasn't just busting all the worst moves because Joe isn't in the background to see what I'm doing during that ad. But yes, Trelena, much like our own Cindy Koepp, does amazing amigurumi and fiber arts. It is going to be such a good time. And let's see, where am I? Yes. Hey, all those I missed and need to squee about. Hey, Dawn. And you do remember, friends, that Dawn is the one and only creator, mistress, and generally awesome individual of Dawn's Fashionable Felines. Putting her cats up because it makes her happy, one show at a time. And I also want to remind you guys that, yes, Bladed, Thesis, and Foxy will not be at our event. It is tragic. But it is several thousand miles, and they have neither the funds nor the option to go there. But they have sent some of their goods, which should be showing up now. And here we go. These should be available. This photo was set up by Dawn Dulas. If you are looking for advice on marketing and advertising, talk to Dawn. Now, let's see. You need some tea and discussion martial arts. That's youtube.com/@bladedthesis. Help Nick support people who need to be safely dangerous. I'm patreon.com/the Historical Fencing Guild. Yes, I am so eager for spring so that I can do more guild-related things. And the background stuff that I'm working on and my background can shift so that some wonderful things can happen. Apparently, my bony boy got attacked when the cats broke into the room last time. They didn't just slip in; they were mid zoomies, so they hit my study at about Mach 5, and the sonic boom knocked things over. Rest in peace, my Grogu Christmas cup. But these things happen. And let's see. Get previews of whatever's next in Brian's world at patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And thus ends my break. Have fun at the con tomorrow. Watch out for weirdos. If you find any, take good notes and use them as in a story. Da 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 da. Ding. Have a good day, Cindy. You got this. We are the weirdos. Have a good day, Cindy. Ha ha ha. I was going to say that. Morning, Thesis, Foxy, Dawn, Carl, Donna, Cindy, Alec, Sarah S., and of course, me. Plus, Amanda may be watching because it didn't interfere at all. So I don't know. She may be lurking. It's terrifying. Morning, folks. Barely lurking. Lots of work stuff I have to get done, take care of because someone has to be competent. Benton County, here we come, right where we have never been. That sucks, Rich. Being the competent one is no fun. I don't know. I kind of enjoy manifesting competence. It throws people off. They just see this wonderful, luscious pile of knotted curls and say, there's no way there's a brain cell under that. And then I just remind them, it's just a tribble. Haha. Dang, I'm salty before the weekly department meeting. That's not a good thing. Well, eat a potato. Potatoes pull the salt out of soup. Maybe that'll help. Hugs, Rich. Use that salt on popcorn. Salty competence can be fun. The surprise is a sharp stick to the eye. Surprise! You really should have parried that. Poor Rich. Hey, Rich. 13 watching and 9 likes. Get to liking, friends. Morning, Dan and Rich. And Callie finally got up so I can type again. Woo! Good morning, all. Good morning, Carl Witzman. Hey, Chris. Squeeze! Man, you got a Doppler squee out of that one. That's impressive. Forcing me to hit like. Hovers over dislike. No, I can't spite Nick for that. Thank you. And yes, please don't dislike my video. Dog woke us up at 7 instead of 7:30. Oh, no, you had an extra unexpected half hour in the morning. Make your day better. Accountability. I'm not driving to New York to slap a user. I had a friend a long time ago, and they would mention that they are indeed part Indigenous American. Yeah, when they'd ask, what nation, what tribe? Go slap a hoe. Sometimes you must reach out, dear friend, and channel the great and dark, terrible wisdom that the law amongst laws that says, thou shalt keep thy pimp hand strong. Oh, I'm in the mood, y'all. Actually, I think Pupper woke us up early because I was having trouble breathing from this cold. That's both tragic and adorable. Now I have meds in me. I feel much better, even if I can't really talk. Well, that's okay. You only need type here. Probably a good thing, Richie. That would be a long drive for something that can be done over the internet. Oh, no. I need to 3D print a slap. What? Get. What? Been dragging my feet about it, but can't continue doing so for the sake of the public. Other than that, not much scary intended. Ooh, you're up to something. You're up to something. I want to know. And Chris says, hey, Trelena, I thought that I included you in my greetings. I have corrected my terrible error. That's delightful of you, Chris. And sorry to hear, glad to hear. Why did I say sorry? I'm so used to that. You have meds to get on the mend, Foxy. Yeah, we want you feeling good. No worries, Chris. I'm currently in listening mode. That means she's petting Hobo. I'm getting there, Sarah. I can breathe nicely. Just no voice still. Aw. Raffle. Oh, that was a topic. Hello, I was insanely hyper yesterday evening. That was mentioned, but was decided that you're just adorable. And there's some measure that apparently there's a rule that you are not allowed to have caffeine and access to the intercoms at your place of employment. I think that would be a wonderful thing. I think having a caffeinated Sarah being silly on the intercoms would motivate and elevate my day. So I say, bah, on them. Bah, I say, and bah, I mean. Breathing is good. Without that, you wouldn't be speaking at all in the future. I am a big fan of that. I am incredibly bad at breathing. It's sort of like having a regular heartbeat or walking, or most of this piloting this meat mecha from the spark that runs through the soggy brain bacon. But we are ever striving to continue and improve. So true. Hazmat hugs, 13 watching, 12 likes. I want to know who that last viewer is. I want to know who doesn't feel that I'm giving enough. What more do you want from me, sir? Or madam, or other? Internet hugs are generally safe. I knew that these mute mistake comments were going to be confusing. Oh my gosh. It's all good. He will get to figuring it out soon. Yeah, just waiting for it. Happens. And yes, Foxy, no virus sent through the interwebs. Only computer virus, and I don't play with those. This is hysterical. Well, I'm glad my fear and suffering is amusing. Poor Nick. Yes. Oh, we got Sarah fixed. You guys, I don't read ahead in the chat so that you get an honest reaction, and sometimes it makes things like this happen. I think I'm going to run an ad now. Womp, 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 womp.
In 1948, a man was found dead on the beach. But he hadn't just washed up. Oh no, he was very nicely propped up against the seawall, very well dressed. But there were no labels in his clothes. They had all been cut out. Very mysterious, the police thought. And then they found, rolled up in his pocket, a piece of paper from a novel that said Tamam Shud. When they finally traced it, it came back to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. But it got even more strange, because in the back of the book, when they found that it had been torn out of, there was a code, a secret code that has not been cracked to this very day. When they finally found his suitcase, it had a mysterious jumble of items, some which were very hard to explain. Also in the back of the book was the phone number of a very mysterious nurse. What did she have to do with the death of the Somerton man? Find Death and Love Down Under, a novel by Carl Witzman, on Lulu.com in both ebook and print format.
Now, why does it look like they just down typing? So look, I am going to hit the button, ladies. It says preview. There you are. You are added. Now don't come at me when it takes me a while to do it, because I've been cranking that out. Remember, I'm at 18,000 words, and I published the last one just over a month ago. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Okay, let's see. And we were at XDDDD, and then this is a whole thing right now. Holy crap, Raffle Lamau! And Amanda, hi, babe. Hi, guys. Hopping off to give Nick's show more bandwidth. Sarah discovers another way to create chaos. And bruising occurred while taking pictures of all my weapons for the video. Foxy's bow does not like me, and she bit me. Speaking of bows, yeah, I went to Goodwill last week. I got a new little tiny bow, a little tiny breakdown bow. It's only like a 5-10 pound bow. It's a little kid's bow, but it was $2.99, and I could not resist a little kid's bow for $2.99. So I might have to set that up and shoot some arrows in my basement. Because even on a bad day, I should be able to manage that tiny pole. Oh my world just got mildly more interesting. Anyway, Joe's back. Hi, Amanda. I hear Amanda Lamau. Hey, Amanda says, so Alec and Thesis have said hi. And we'll go with that, Carl. Yep. Because she's mine. I like it. So amused. Someone is wired. Hey, Amanda. And yes, funmycomic.com for comics and games. And then Fundiverse for everything else. Luke has 2 crowd streaming things. If you haven't done well on the other ones, try Fun My Comic. It does have a different audience. And a lot of people are tired of some of the shenanigans one finds on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Plus, I believe Luke does charge a lower platform fee. Fundiverse, it's for everything else. See? And it's proof that Luke, when motivated, can be diverse. Morning, Luke. I need new commercials for your stuff, Luke. And my brain isn't working quite right. First 25 campaigns on Fundiverse will get a free platform fee. Lamau valid, Sarah, but mine isn't either. It happens. Yes, I need to find my tripod to get the shots. Yes, please. I love reference art because I like to draw fantasy versions of people. I really do get a huge kick out of that because I like a range of body types. And frankly, when you look at art, so much of the time it is only like idealized proportions, which once you study human anatomy, I love comic books. I do. And the heroic proportions are a thing, but every once in a while you'll see something that's drawn in like the 9 head scale, 9.5 half heads tall, and they look like Slender Man. And oh yes, please. Mine is all over the place trying to get school and art done. Good. Mainly history at this moment. Enjoy it. Read history so you don't repeat it. The burden is you will realize that everyone else is. You can do it. Time breaks when you need Alec. Yes. Black Rock. Yeah, see. That's what I am not surprised that Luke knows about that. And LOL leads to epic memory stories. Doing a 30-second quiz, then a longer test. Yuck. BlackRock is scary. Henson was one of the first big purchases back in the day, like 2004-ish. Yeah. So that means that the mouse owns the Fraggles. Yes, there have been some more Fraggle material. It's not bad. I do love that. I should be there on Saturday. I'm so looking forward to seeing it and meeting you, Chris, because I know you're such an important individual and you're so informed and energetic in that. I'll be honest, I'm just a little imposter syndrome because having somebody involved with events as big as Halicon coming to my little it's tiny. I really hope it has not been misrepresented. It is a little event, and it's our first year. So I'm just like fingers and toes crossed. I can't quite do that anymore. But there's no such thing as a great country song. I'm allergic. Careful, because Johnny Cash exists. That, and I will warn you that, there are a few rules in this house. Please take off your shoes. Actually, no, you don't have to take off your shoes. Don't let the police in, and no one shall ever speak ill about Miss Dolly Parton in my presence. I agree, Sarah. If I make it out tomorrow, I will have a surprise for Nick as well. I know that that is your bad day. And I know everybody who's lived long enough, or, gone enough while they live. It's the only way I can describe it. One of those, it's not the years, it's the miles. Has a bad day. I have one. I have a very, very bad day. And having looked at it, you can spend it thinking about it, or you can spend it escaping it. So I do hope you can get out and put your mind on other things, as especially when it's something we're mourning somebody we love, as somebody who loves a lot of people and has been close to death. Both sides of it. Not as much as Luke, because he had to show off, but no one who loves you wants you to suffer. Okay? So you do what you need to do. I will support you either way. But we're here, man. I like some older stuff, but nothing modern. And Trelena is currently in a summoning tug of war between Nick and Hobo. That's terrifying. The cat's going to win. I live in an area with 4 radio stations, and they are all country. It sucks because they have used to have pretty decent rock station. Decided, hey, you know what we need? More country. That's what happens when you have mass-produced ideas in one place. Everybody listens to the same thing. I mean, now I will say there are a lot of people who will say, I listen to everything, and they're not as open as they claim. But I do. From Mozart to Mudvayne, I can usually find something in a genre I dig. There are a few that it's hard, either because it's in ranges that cause me physical pain, or I can enjoy it, but don't ask me what I'm hearing, because the clarity is just not that good to start. And mumble rappers aren't rappers. Hard stop. Hey, Trey, how much are you charging for those hair ties? I might be interested in some color. My babies! Yes, Don. I know you love when I put your babies up. Thesis, and then radio stations wonder, why is everyone listening to Spotify and not our station? Spotify, YouTube, wherever you find your music. And Sarah says, I can't stand any of it. A lot of people say they like the old but not the new. You can listen to it. Just not near me, or break out in instant death, music death, or run the other way, or both. That's what earbuds are for. I don't inflict my music on others. That's very civil of you. My parents, especially Dad, thinks if he plays it around me enough, I might come to like it. Hasn't worked yet and probably never will. Not when it's forced. People will always resist anything forced upon them. Even if it's life-saving. If they feel it's forced, heels dig in. It's human nature. Good morning, Molly. And I am sorry you won't be able to make it tomorrow, but I hope you're having a great day anyway. Awesome. And I have a comment done. Of course I do. Let me see. And now it's warping around. We're going to have... No problem. I love mimes when I want to be antisocial. I don't know what you're talking about. The buds that Foxy and I use are pretty good. I like some country music, but prefer just classic rock. No, I will not try Mosaic on another platform. The problem is far deeper than wrong platform. I've had all the frustration I need. I am so sorry to hear that, Cindy. I really am. Today is my domestic engineer day and binge watching shows on Peacock. Well, that sounds like a good day. Hugs for Cindy. Ruffle! To answer, what does that tongue do? Anyway, with the walkies while I'm caffeinated. Ruffle! Yes! Hysterical. I feel for people who watch the show on rewind. At least I haven't annoyed. Sorry, I didn't like the video. Wait. What video did you not like? This group of friends, too much. That would be the same. Foxy will not be doing voiceover for her ad anytime soon. Yes, I've heard she's lost her voice. Sarah, it takes quite a bit to annoy me. I have a colorful past. If I said I am incredibly tolerant of most things until I'm not, you would get a good image of me. There are some things I cannot abide, but I also try to be as forgiving as possible because I'm supposed to be. That's what the job says. That's what the book says. That's what I try to do. I fail, but I try. If I am not forgiving of something or someone, it has taken a lot to get me there. And I'm much better now. I'm much better now. Carl is a great author. Yes, he is. Epic Perfection Blade. And, oh, thanks, Sarah. From your lips to the ears of about 10,000 readers. I hope you go all the way. I want everyone in my chat to just, I recently was told by someone I know that they feel they have outgrown Nevermind the Furthermore, that they are too busy, too big to bother associating. And upon hearing this, I said, congratulations. I would love for you to be so busy that you show up on those morning talk show things and, late night talk show things, but not Colbert because I would be jealous. No, I'm kidding. You could go on Colbert. But I think most people don't. There are a lot of people who will try to lift folks up, but then try to cling on to their ankles when they go. That's not my gig, friends. My gig is using every ounce of what I have, which sometimes is formidable, sometimes it's pitiful. I never know. But I do my best to just give folks a boost up. That's all. I want to see you guys flying. I want to see you guys ascending to the heights. And I'll probably stay down here for a while because when I'm accessible, I can keep launching people. And doing good for others simply beats the numbers of only doing it for myself. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's where I'm aiming. It's great, and not just because we're friends. You know how to write in a way that makes one lose track of time. Glad to hear that. I know Carl's good. I have some of his books. I have many of his books. And Molly says, 5.5 more books till I get to the Mad Casser cheerleader, Carl. And I meant the bow bit me, not Foxy. Thesis, you have wolf-like tendencies and associate with someone named Foxy and someone named Kitty. There is no universe where I'm going to believe they don't bite you. Anyway, Molly, you will either love that book or hate that book. And good morning and happy Friday, folks. Happy Friday to my man, the hero of the hour, the man with more power, Mr. Joe Bachman, who right now is lurking in the background, busily doing something important while he watches over me like a guardian angel, lest my nickness manifest on the web. Okay. Oh. That's right, folks. We just suddenly got a picture of Joe Bachman screwing.
Yes, we did.
Thing.
Happy Friday, all.
Do you want to stay up while you work on stuff, or do you want me to cut you back?
Oh, I'll just lurk in the background like usual.
Okay. Yes, you do need to specify, Joey. Late to the party today, but things need to get done before the con tomorrow. Oh, yes. And, of course, I get to go about an hour plus down, do a doctor's appointment, a few other things, and then come an hour plus back on the day before the convention. But it had to be scheduled because I had because my doctor had to take a vacation or something. And honestly, I love her enough that she can do what she needs to do. That's cool, Joe. Thesis, that's a lot less fun, I imagine, than a foxy bite. Well, you like to nibble on me, but I don't generally leave bruises or marks. What he's saying is bite harder. Anyway, Donna's a great author as well, been getting into the indie books to catch up, or at least try to. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. Hoping the bank gets their system up and running today. That AT&T outage yesterday really screwed them up. Oh, boy, I hope that doesn't screw up our Square stuff. Squaresoft? No. True, I'm careful not to leave marks. Then you're missing the point. I'm finally up to the books I bought in July. Wonderful! After finishing reading the ones I bought in June. See, that's great. You are getting through your to-be-read pile, which is far better than I am, and we'll leave it at that. I will get a picture of the bruise and share it with everyone on Facebook. Okay. Sarah says, I skip around with what I read and keep it open to whatever draws me in at the time. It's interesting to see the different styles, differences of reading styles. Absolutely. Some people are very formal. Some people are very informal. And then you have me, like, we're not going to talk how many books I have in progress to varying degrees and where they all are. Because I've got a Laurel K. Hamilton that I've been working on over here. I've got my reread through on Koepp, which, shameless promotion of my wife, Koepp, which I may be doing a new cover for. I think she'd lynch me if I did, but is going to be available at this convention too. This is an amazingly fun book of shifters in New Orleans and one woman trying to make it. They just happen to have a very funny scene that I could not resist drawing for the cover, and it came out really cute. So here we go. The formatting went a little boink because this is one of the first covers I formatted, so I may have to revisit that. We will see. Okay, Nick, paint me like one of your anime girls tries to bend his chubbiness into the Spider-Woman pose. Okay, where's my marker? Richie as Spider-Woman. Remember, I'm the guy who drew Brian Rodman as Jessica Rabbit. Don't tempt me. If you really want it, show up at the event because I will be doing on-site art.
That is not an image I needed in my head this morning. Thank you.
Wow, that laugh was pure evil. I wouldn't subject Nick to having to look at pictures of me, although I would be curious to see how he would draw me. Oh, Thesis, hold on. Thesis, I don't need pictures of you, dear sir. I have video.
Welcome, friends. I'm Bladed Thesis, and this is my tea house. Come join me every other Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time as we discuss Chinese culture, history, philosophy, and of course, martial arts. You can find me at youtube.com/BLADEDTH3SIS. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea, or the drink of your choice, and join the discussion.
The 30-second commercials always catch me mid-drink. But yes, I have reference material. If I were drawing thesis and I were so inclined or commissioned, it would probably be very, very classic kung fu movie thesis. Very Shaw Brothers collection. Wu-Tang collection, because the Wu-Tang Clan will never die. For those of you who know, you know. Lamau Rich. We will be among friends. That in itself is huge. Halicon isn't huge, but it's great and a lot of fun. Compared to what I've been able to run personally and fund, it's huge. Take the compliment, sir. If I could teleport, you'd know I'd be there tomorrow, but it takes 4 hours to get back from Fowler, and I'm due on, evening job at 5. That stinks. I'm sorry. Halicon may not be huge, but it is important. Absolutely. Have you seen the kind of people who are involved with that? My gosh. Dan Hollifield. It depends on if I can get ahead of the model and thoughts or if it gets a jump on me. I fully understand. Important. Typo demons, be gone! Feel the power of hairspray! Do not make me break forth the good book of Oxford! I shall smite the typo demons! Bam! I shall invoke the you that goes in color, slowly to be a nightmare upon you. What's sad is, I have it written down somewhere, there actually is a specific demon associated to typos. Oh, I have news! Going to get to see some concept art for my cover Monday. Hopefully, one will be the right fit. Awesome, Molly! Sweet, Molly. I've only been waiting since September. Ugh. Now, that is something I will be probably redoing in the near future. And I would like to hear your opinions, those of you who have looked at my books and read them. I'm thinking of redoing several of my covers. Probably for Small Arms and something tickled Maddie. Small Arms and Ice to the Sky. I do plan to do a new cover for the Simple Sword, but that will be for the special anniversary edition hard copy. So that will be a thing. Sweet Molly. Ways subject. Okay. I'm old school metal. Started with Metallica in the 90s and just bloomed from there. I will listen to most things, but metal is my home. Nothing wrong with that. Never been to Halicon. The literal frame of my car is rotting out. Therefore, I stay in the county of Mad Gasser. I wonder if that gas was corrosive. Has it all been a plan by the gasser to keep you close? I listen to everything except new country. You know what happens when you play a country song backwards? You get your wife, your car, and your dog back. And you know what? I am waiting for the first published country song when the self-driving cars are common about his truck left him. That will be a moment of peak glory. And Lamar and Chris is laughing at Molly. So true, Molly. And possibly your sanity back as well. My past is way more colorful than my wardrobe. Maybe sobriety too. That's possible. Same here, Sarah. And my life got less colorful. My wardrobe got more. Yep. That's my fault thesis. Not complaining, lover. Aw. They're being addictive. They're being adorable. I've steadied you. Enter Sandman is my fave Metallic song. Solid choice. Well, there are aspects of our life that have become more colorful, but we shall not speak of that here. Thank you. And I have a comment dump. And Tee-hee, you are my chosen adopted kiddo for a reason. Shenanigans ensue. Always fun. And in a couple of years, you can friend me on Facebook. Woot! Yes. We are all eagerly awaiting Alec to be matured. so that we can, avoid the problems of idiocy. Enter Sandman is a banger, Molly. Hey, I've got friends in low places. Yes, you're not the only one. It's fun down here, Chris. He keeps coming back. You called me low? Just kidding. Uniquely ourselves was more like it. Not the green room. Screwing around like usual, Joey. And a friend of mine is bugging me to write her roommate's possible life mystery story, but it's not really my thing. Anyone else want the challenge? I'll forward the news story. No. Oh, yay. Blew my nose and the stuff came out and I can breathe. Congratulations. I have been there. Zebushi Luwu. Chinese for not the green room. I have to work on my enunciation. Does that make Joe be the Phantom of the Furthermore? She was talking to the cat, guys. But no. I'm like, geez, she's taking that personal. No, she was talking to the cat. I'm just a phantom in general. Joe, he literally used to be the cryptid. Everybody was like, does he really exist? Are you sure? There were people telling me that was Trelana having an imaginary beard to keep people from thinking we were dating. So yes, the rumors about me and Trelana are always delightful. She's been everything from my kid to my secret girlfriend to my illicit, partner in rendezvous. Let's see, what other ones? She was corrupting me to the dark side of all things sorceress. Yeah, there have always been delightful rumors. And I'm not saying that I sit and I drink tea and I listen to, I love hearing things about myself that never happened. I didn't know that. I find it delightful. Joy's looking at me with murderous intent, so I'm going to keep going. With Lee's music. So either, okay, Joe says, Joe went full 90s rock star cover for a second there. Well, technically, this is not the green room point. And Joe, I am the most pale person you will meet in the summer until I get sunburnt. Then I am the most red. 1, just kidding. 2, ooh, darling. Ooh, bud. Me and my shiny metal tooth, would conquer. This is the darkest I've ever been. And then I put my hand on Mandy, and it's like I look like I'm covered in filth. It's odd. Cool, Thesis. That's exactly what I typed into Google Translate. I'm like that too, Alec. My TBR pile is down to 32. Okay, I'm impressed. Sarah says, I'm the same way. People ask me how I could be in the middle of several books. I told them it's no different than being in the middle of several weekly episodes of a favorite show. Absolutely. See, back when we were living with my mother-in-law, the house, there was your book, whatever you're reading, and that's usually by the bedside. Each bathroom had a book that had to stay in the bathroom until everyone who was reading it had gotten through it, and it could not be moved. Then there were living room books, but if you set your book down in the living room and you left it unattended, it could get snatched at any point. So yes, I understand fully. I turn red in the sun, then my skin falls off. Yikes! Okay, Foxy, you're going to get the Johnny Cage treatment where you need like black umbrellas everywhere you go. Alec, you've met my wife. She makes Casper the Friendly Ghost look like a brother. Well, Joe's listening for the screams or laughter. And he is not bleeding yet, so we might be okay.
I was listening for the footsteps.
I may have mentally have flashed back to what I used to call the Swordmaster's Holiday, where I would take a practice and say, no, there's no practice today because the weather was optimal for a beach day. And I would go to the beach, and occasionally I was accompanied by Trey. Because as my given apprentice and successor and a few other things, we'd hang out. And yes, we were two very, very pale white people next to the lovely three-eyed fish pond that is Lake Michigan.
The beacons of Gondor are lit. Gondor calls for aid.
Ralph's Wranglers.
Ralph's Wranglers?
Two heads.
Oh.
Checking out the seat of the pants.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were naming your reading group.
No.
It took me a sec. I know, but you dropped that line, and I thought it was that you and Trey had been plotting to name your
No, you sent me the book.
I get what's going on. Yes. So there's another preview. Ralph's Wranglers, and she went like this. Anyway, different books for different mindsets at any given time? Absolutely. Not to mention the 15 on my Kindle. I'm so white, I'm translucent. My mouth is so white, she glows in the dark. And that for the character who want the actual characters. Characters and caricatures, they're different. We won't discuss my TBR. Sarah S., I have a book in my locker at work, a book in the living room, one on my Kindle, and yeah, I'm reading 3 at a time. You're good, Dawn. And I just finished a book I got for Christmas a couple of days ago. Now I want to read part 2, Sad Face. Yes, with Mandy's reading speed, in about 3 days, I'm going to just step out and either be shot with Nerf guns or have like a wadded up ball of clean socks thrown at me with the, why aren't you writing? Well, I thought I'd have dinner first. No, right. And then I'll start getting the messages all over again. You know, they're sharpening their pitchforks and lighting their torches. I know it's coming. And Sarah says, indeed, Molly, I have one under my passenger seat for when I'm waiting for something out and about in some other places. Anthologies for the car. I'll be honest, right now I'm in a writing mode, so I'm not getting to read as much because I'm having to get the story out. When it sputters, I get to read. Although we are listening to the Vampire Hunter D audiobooks, which are fantastic. I did forget they can be a bit, the bad guys can get a bit pervy, but they usually die hideously when they do. And if you've never read Vampire Hunter D, I'm going to explain something now. It's a bit of a spoiler. But D is pretty. He is so pretty. He's very pretty. D is beautiful. He's so beautiful. You don't understand till you read these books. And the only reason Mandy's not laughing is she's in the bathroom. Oh, wait, no, she's laughing. You just can't hear it. Anyway, I'd walk his tracks if I knew exactly where they were. Morbid curiosity minus the trespassing. Oh, the Mad Gasser. See, that was one you should have kind of led with because that took me places. There, I went on a whole journey for that pause. And speaking of pauses, let's see. Well, Donna's going to be there.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Then you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series. Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime-telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except the Dixie with its country music. But Rapper Carly can adjust, can't she?
I mean, what? No, I totally wasn't, jug blowing to that. Anyhow. And Carl says, I need to dig out my song about the self-driving car that left the guy. I'll start shopping it around. Yes, do so. Make money, get famous. Make the bread. Yes, in November of 2025, the big 18. Let's just get you there. I'm now wondering how Joby's Chinese family fits into the polycule. Okay, guys, let me explain. It's not that complex. It is a platonic polycule, first off. That's what keeps us from getting into trouble. And Joe's alternate personas who have a family, well, they hang out too. They're good folks. Besides, I love Chinese food. I'm a fat guy. How would I ever judge somebody for being able to make good Chinese food? Nope, can't do it. So, Joe lives his life over there. When he goes down to the docks, I think they're still in that cargo container. I've offered to move them into the basement of Doom. They're all welcome in the basement of Doom. We can get more pet pillows. It's fine. But Joey's worried about living in the same building as me, because if he lived in the same building as me, I would have to walk around with a grounding strip at all times, or his computers would have to be in some kind of Faraday cage rig.
You'd be in a Faraday cage.
That is not the normal way the power dynamics work in this relationship, but I understand for safety. And yes, I have considered just getting a little Faraday cage with wheels. That way I can walk around. Maybe some like rubber implements that I can use. Look, basically he's going to turn me into Dalek. That's what's going to happen, guys. Joey's going to try to turn me into a Dalek to contain me. I'll just be educate. I can't be quiet and do the Dalek voice. I have to like strain parts of my throat that aren't supposed to be there. They make the shrimp fried rice. Yes, see? That's how it is. Man, I come here to have a good time, and then people call out my paleness. Hey, they asked me what my race was at the beach once. It was a fill out the survey and get a t-shirt deal. I said, I'm white as Wonder Bread. And then the lady looked up at me and went, oh! Because it was in Michigan City, and at that time, that was one of those things did not look like the others. But yeah, there is no bashing your pale, dear. There's nothing wrong with that. Look, none of you look pale as my mother-in-law. She's literally a vampire with how pale she is. And Rohan will answer. We share the pale. Yeah, Mandy's chuckling about share the pale. My brain sped out the phrase through the thinning pale. Anyway, and according to Joey, her paleness helps him find his way back to bed in the dark. And thank God you corrected that, because we do not need Rogan anywhere near here. That's okay. Shrimp fried rice. Okay, now I'm hungry. No shrimp for me. I'll do chicken. Be careful talking about Chinese food, guys. I'm going to Lafayette. And my thumb has a callus from hooking, and hitting buttons has gotten special. Yes, I just forgot that images don't mute my mic like the way videos do. there. Oh God, there's so many jokes. It's like, okay, I'm moving along because Shellfish and I are not friends. Well, don't be shellfish. Be generous. No. We are not going down the Chinese food route again. And Thesis made that set of characters into a not the green room side. Glorious. And yes, we are. And now Joe wants sushi. We don't really have time to set that up and get it to you guys for the convention. That's tragic, but Joe, after this convention thing is done, you and Trey reach out. We'll make sushi. By we, I mean my lovely wife, because she makes excellent sushi. And then we'll get sushi and watch samurai movies or have Chinese in Big Trouble in Little China. It could happen. We did that on my New Year's stream earlier this month. Tokyo for lunch, Joe? Oh God! Now Trey and Joey are going out for Chinese. That's great, Dan. I might need to steal that for my streams. The comment of the Mad Gasser was written when you were talking about it, and then I realized it might be read well after the topic was over, so I specified. Thank you. I will, you guys. I have a delay getting where I'm going, and check your DMs, Thesis and Joe. Oh my. Followed by Glenn B. Fleming rising up to go, Nick Glenn! My friend and brother from the other side of the pond. I'm so glad to see you, sir. And he's like, Sarah, rise. In chat he came for thee. In words he said. Anyway, got it, Dan. Good morning, Glenn. Yes, Trelena, that sounds good. They're having Chinese food. Glenn! 2 days in a row. Woohoo! Independent creator directory. And he's grinning and welcome Chinese food. Man, make me reach for that one. Almost had to Castrato. I'd be getting off one job and watching a movie at the other if I were at Glenn's time right now. Sorry, my dyslexia almost got a hold of that sentence, and man, I'm glad I didn't Christopher Walken it. I do enjoy the casual application of my graphic art talents. Nick in the Cage, I didn't think he was a sub. Yeah. Nicolas Cage? If I teleport, will that make it so? No. Dang. Somebody get Sarah some teleportation abilities, please. Yeah. Lydia. Yeah, I know you're just hanging around. Sarah needs some teleportation, but at least open a dark portal to her, like the shadows of her lair. Come on, it's not that hard. Look, her demiplane is only a few aisles east of Ravenloft. It's not that bad. The TSA has nothing to say with portal travel. Freaking government expansion, freaking paranormal defense force. Anyway, hey and bye, Glenn B. Fleming. Nick, get out of my head. Dalek Nick was what I was typing when you said that. Yes. The Daleks are superior? I don't get this thing about Chinese food. I prefer Indian. Good job, as I spent over 6 weeks over there. Indian food is good. I just was kind of raised very early on very good Chinese food. And Vietnamese food. And Thai food. Mm-hmm. Crazy spicy noodles. Okay, y'all are killing me here. And Glenn's blowing love to Donna Carleen. It's been a while since I've ran an ad, so I better do that. Who else is going to be at the convention that needs an ad? Okay. You know what? We've had some fun with Carl, so let's have some more fun. That commercial always pulls us into a smoother time. It's just such a wonderful, unique world that Carl's been building. And let's see. Callie just came by to say, no cuddles, it's feed me time. Everyone have a good weekend. See some of you at the Con of Fowler, or we'll see you Monday. Laters. Bye. I have no idea what the deal with Chinese food in America is in the U.S. It's just a thing. Oh, it's just a thing. Yes, absolutely. It also tends to be relatively inexpensive, very filling. They usually have leftovers because they love us. Beyond the Pale. Ooh! Dan, I may have to borrow that for when I start working on the sequel to Through the Thinning Veil. I'm hungry for another mom and pop restaurant in Mexico. Oh, so good. Oh my God. Authentic Mexican. Real authentic Mexican is amazing. I got into that when I was a substitute teacher because I helped out a kid and his auntie was very appreciative. And her form of appreciation was to make me, what do you call those things? They're like the corn dough and they're wrapped in the corn husk. Oh, I love tamales, but like giant freaking tamales. Guys, I was in heaven. I mean, there are some privileges and pleasures to be the fat guy, I guess. Okay, I guess I'm getting the can of soft food for the cats and doing the dad job. See you all later. Some of you in the room. And Alex says, hi, still here. Well, I'm glad. Does it taste like the Mexican version here? Authentic is where it's at, especially being there with the locals. You're not wrong. Hi, Alec. I have set a border guard on the Texas-Mexico border once. He wasn't happy. Beyond the hail pale. That's how the show feels. Gotta head to prep tomorrow. See you soon. See you, Luke. You have a good one. Sorry, children. Hello, all. Hey, woke. Hi, woke. Hey, woke. I had everything planned to move to Brownsville, Texas, furthest southern town in Texas, but who I was with worked 80 hours a week as a mechanical engineer. This is how I met him in the first place. Oh, my. Yeah, double winks. I don't know how you winked it. You're up to shenanigans. I took French in high school and then got with Latinos, both Mexico and Cuba. It's those moves that hypnotized me, I think. As a rather large contingent of my family is of that ethnicity, one, I can completely understand, and two, the food is so amazing. The Cubans wouldn't let me in. I'm sorry to hear that. Lindsay is planning fish and tips for dinner tonight. Y'all, this show's gonna have to end soon with the way you're talking about food because I'm gonna have to eat something. Sounds good, Dan. Sorry I disappeared. I had to take a phone call. It's okay, Molly. Oh man, I need to eat something before I leave for work. BRB while I go downstairs for some grub. Understood. Are we handing out teleportation? Because it would really make tomorrow. It would make tomorrow really interesting. I wouldn't mind a set. I also need to eat. Dang. I need to get scooting. Have a great day, all. Excited to see and meet those who will be at the con tomorrow. It's gonna be amazing. Have a good day, Dawn. If anyone ever makes their way here, I will take them to Asian Gourmet, some of the best egg drop soup I've ever had. We have a Japanese restaurant, too, if you're in the mood for that. Ooh. Chinese food, takeout, it's mushu pork. I go to the grill, get lo mein mushrooms, broccoli, and carrots. Okay. Not sponsored. But if you ever make it to Michigan City, Indiana, on the north side of US 20, just east of the 421 US 20 intersection, is a place called the Peking Restaurant. They've moved once. I've been eating there for over 30 years. You can go in. You're going to get the Peking fried rice. That's their house combo. You're going to get the ginger chicken. It is spicy. It is delightful, especially if you like green peppers. I have to be careful with it because green peppers and I don't know as a lot or cream. The cashew chicken, e.g., something with that's a little lighter on the green peppers, and the pork war mein. Friends, this food is a transformative experience. This is not the Chinese Gordon food service food that you get at most Chinese restaurants. This is divine. The owner's name is Sue, and she is immortal, and she has to remain immortal because she cannot close that restaurant. I will be in absolute mourning if that restaurant closes. I don't know if I have to beg, borrow, steal to get her cookbook and then get it translated, but guys, life-changing. And her egg drop soup, not only will it cure a cold, and I don't mean make you feel better, I mean eat it, feel better. Hey, where's my cold? It is the first place I took Mandy when we were still friends because she wasn't feeling good for just that reason. Go there. Buy their food. And it's right next to my favorite comic and game shop in the entire world, Heroes Haven. Ran by a guy named Pat. Tell him Nick sent you. It's good stuff. You'll also find the first editions back when I was comb binding them of the Big Stompy Robot games in his collection. Mm-hmm. They're there. Because Big Stompy Robots was largely written and play tested in his shop. Back when it had both sides. If I ever get rich, I'm going to buy out that whole thing, run out the fireworks shop or whatever's next to him and give him that space. I hit the lotto. It's going to be like, bam, bam. I own it. Don't worry about rent. Don't worry about utilities. I come in here and I get whatever I want whenever I want from the store. That's it. That's my kind of rich. That's what I would do if I were rich. I'd just buy a bunch of companies and say, here's the deal. I get your services. I never pay a dime. Ditto with my family. And Chinese food takeout. Okay, we're there. I'm going to get Donna hugs tomorrow. Yes, you are. Plus sweet and sour chicken, crab rangoon, and vanilla pudding. This is a woman of culture. Wait, I want hugs too. Someone hug Donna for me tomorrow. You'll get hugs too, Don. Don't worry. Con group hug. Heck, Alex's mom has signed the release. We can have a con group photo of the vendors. And I would love that to put on my wall. Ouch, I found out that Evanescence Fallen released their 20th anniversary edition. Yes. Okay, look. You might feel old about it, but that CD got me through my final semester in college. I put that on repeat. I've had big old, they were so old I needed an adapter for the headphones to go from the big chunky one that plugged into record players to the little one that could plug into my computer. And I had the Dell Duct Tapatron. I had the Evanescence CD. on repeat because I had to type 20-page papers every week on top of 5 papers multiple times a week. For a long time, there was a running joke that Amy Lee was my other wife because I heard so much from her back in the day. Our Japanese place has the best lobster ragu, and our Thai truck is just wonderful. Pad Thai. Oh, Thai truck. I'm going to do a group picture with Trey. Get to be in it. Photoshop me in. Oh, if there were time, Molly, we'd have you send in a cardboard version of yourself. As I leave, I'll just say about food, Mexican truck, food trucks, and me. Okay, sorry. That one hit like a brick. Anyway, I gotta get to my comments. And food trucks in Washington, D.C., though, they're cheapish and good. I'm having crock pot turkey that fell right off the bone, taking a few bites for you. Oh man, Dawn's going to be there, contemplates calling into work. We haven't filled your table space, Molly. It can be arranged. I mean, how long is your drive to Fowler, Molly? Can we move the con to Sunday? I'm off that day. I'm sorry. Oh, you live north of Evansville. That's a run. We figured it would be about 22 hours for us. And let me see. Okay. We're going to have to wind down pretty quick because I have a doctor's appointment I have to do some things to get ready for, and I may be needed for parental duties. So let's hit it and quit it. Like I said, on birding, I looked up Google Maps, and it would take Foxy and I 22 hours and 26 minutes to drive there. That would be a big ask. Oh, fun. Well, never mind. Idea down the drain. Y'all need to come here March 1st. Okay. I'm wondering if I'm older than Alex's mom. OMG. No, you aren't. You are not older than Alex's mom. My reply, Fallen, is that the one with Bring Me to Life? Yes. Yes, it is. And my immortal. And, go. What? Perfect by nature, icons of self-indulgence. Oh, how we love her. Lies when you're pretense was and never will be. Shoot, what is that? I can't remember the name of that song, but yes. My bio mom, maybe. She's in her mid-30s. My adopted mom is 74. And so probably not, Sarah. Indeed, Molly. I'm almost a decade older than your bio mom. Well, my mindset isn't, and that's why we love you. That puts you and me right in a similar place. And bio mom is mentally the age of a 16, 17-year-old. But yet she has had 4 kids. Ouch. So you're in her 40s too, Sarah. And twins. Then 2 other daughters. Twins are me and my brother. Unfortunately, yes, I remember my parents when they were younger than me. That's so wrong in so many ways. Oh, you're a twin? Aw. We're like twins. We call each other annoying. Sounds about right. Pretty much all siblings. True of all siblings to a degree. All right, I'm going to run a couple ads, and we will definitely wrap up. We're going to definitely talk about what's going on. Let me see. Okay, we got Thesis, we got Trey, we got Donna. Oh, I know someone who needs an ad, so let's start there. I just have to find where it is.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. ho, ho, ho. Santastein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
And from there, we're going to jump straight into, because she can't be here, but I want to run her out anyway. And I will be turning 44 this year. Most people don't believe me. We're going to knock through these comments. Bye, everyone. See some of y'all tomorrow, but y'all be in my hearts tomorrow. I have 1.5 sisters, LOL. Okay. Everyone have a great day. Need to get cracking on laundry. Hubby's out of socks. Oh, God, that's terrible. Great show. Bye for now. Ciao for now, Alec. Have a blast. I'm sure you will. Great show and chat. Thank you. Close time to head out, so perfect timing. Have a good day, everyone. I'll be 44 next month. Well, we'll then, like I said, send me the reference stuff, and I'll come up with something. We'll call it a birthday present. That way I have time to get it done. I have a half-sister, but when I say it that way, it's funny. I got you. I got you. That makes a lot more sense. Thank you. I do need to run a couple ads because I want to promote some folks on the way out, and then I will remind folks what's going on tomorrow. Life on Core is an amazing project. I'm privileged to have some ties to it. Mike Jimmy Lorsha DeBron is one of the neatest people on the planet. It really is an honor to know the people that I know and do the things that I do. You guys are amazing. I do not express often enough how important being able to do this show and have you good folks in the chat is to me. My life would be very, very lonely without you. And you are very, very good and hope-renewing kinds of folks. And it is a privilege to be of service to you. So I hope to see many of you at the Independent Creator Convention in Fowler, Indiana. Remember, folks, it is free to the public. Please share this around. Take a screenshot of this if you need to. Let me just do some things. Because I want you guys to see this one. The Independent Creator Convention. Benton County Annex Building, also known as the Purdue Extension Building, depending on where you look it up. 410 South Aidway A. That just means you're going in the big open door that faces straight toward the road. Fowler, Indiana, 47944. It will be open to the public 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. I will be sitting there, till they take the piano away. And then we'll be busting our butts to clean up because Mandy and I are also the janitorial staff. So I want you guys to have a wonderful weekend. If you can make it out, please do. If you can't, I understand. But we have so many wonderful artists, authors, creatives. People are coming many hours. Some are actually flying in. I can't believe it. It is truly humbling that the people that are able to make this event are coming out to it. I'm very touched by it. And I cannot wait till Saturday to talk about this, and I'm really looking forward to Monday when I can tell you all about what happened for you poor folks who missed it. Because it's going to be a good time. Good food, good friends, lots of opportunities for people to spend their money. And with that, guys, I'm going to say keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating. Because as long as you are writing, and you're doing it, not some computer, not some ghostwriter, it's yours. You're the real deal. And if you don't like it, you can edit it. You can improve it. You can make it better. You can talk to the good folks on NDCD to help proofread it and fix it. You can do this. But you cannot edit a blank page. At the end of the day, the only way to be a writer is to write the words that represent what's going on in your head and in your heart on the paper, be it digitally or by hand. And I hope you all pursue that. I love you, and you should too. See you at the convention, folks.